Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. Hello, and welcome to a Sheffield United Way video. Who'd have thunk it? It seems like 4 weeks and weeks and weeks since we last did one. Certainly weeks since we did a preview. And this is a preview. It's Sheffield United all the way over in the Black Country to play Wolves at Molineux, or Molyneux for some people that don't know how it's said. It's 2 p.m. It's the FA Cup, obviously. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I don't care how many players we've got out. I don't care how many players they've got out. It's just football to watch that I'm going to enjoy. Hal Stewart, welcome to the stream, my friend. How you doing?
Yeah, you're right. It does feel like absolutely ages. So yeah, just good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all. So first of all, before we get into this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up members on the screen, because here are all the members. All you need to do to become a member is on your desktop or on your Android. For some reason, iPhone doesn't do it. All you have to do is click the join button right next to the subscribe button. So hopefully your subscribe button is grayed out because you've already subscribed. Right next to that, there's a blue button that says join. Click that, become a member. It really, really helps the channel out. Also, do you want to give SUFC Moments a little bit of a shout out, Hal? The beer mats, the beautiful beer mats.
Yeah, we've got them all. We've collected them all, and they are fantastic. You can get them in a whole different range. You can choose the ones that you want. Check them out. They are supporting Sheffield Children's Hospital as well. So do support our friends, SUFC Moments. The details are below, sufcmoments.co.uk, for all your Blades-related beer mat needs.
And then as well, you might have already seen it already just before we started. NordVPN, we're getting everything in today, Hal, aren't we?
Squeezing it all in.
Yeah, squeeze it all in. 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months. Sorry, not hashtag. I was going to say hashtag TSUW, but it's www.nordvpn.com/TSUW for the Sheffield United Way. Anyway, I think we should crack on with the video, shall we?
Well, one reason I think that you just mentioned NordVPN is the game, Nick, has not been chosen for live TV coverage in the UK. So it's actually very timely that you mentioned NordVPN. NBC Sports Gold will have it if you've got a VPN. So otherwise, you're going to go to the game.
Yeah, you've got to. You can't watch it otherwise, can you? Oh, also, one last thing, one last plug before we get into this. Sheffield United Way clips. I've been absolutely smashing that channel. I've been putting so many videos up recently, 2 a day. Been putting loads up, and it's slowly building up, and we love it. We've put up the Ndai song. That's class, that video. That's such a fantastic video of Iliman Ndai singing to his songs. So go over to Sheffield United Way clips and subscribe. 2 videos a day. Anyway, Hal, shall I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Excellent. Right, here I am. So, last game, it just feels so long ago, so I'm not going to spend too long on it. It was the Fulham game. We beat them 1-0. Iliman Ndiaye, as I just said, I've just said his name like differently twice. Ndiaye, I don't know. But he scored an absolutely fantastic solo goal, ran from, I think it was his own half, and then slided it in the bottom corner. Lovely little left-footed finish as well, because obviously he is a right-footed player. So it's just something even better about a player scoring with their other foot. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We defended really well. I think Fulham had an off day as well as us having a really good day, but beating top of the league away from home, especially when we've had a lot of kind of rubbish performances away from home this season. It's nice for us to start playing some good football and actually defending really, really well. Hal, you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We did a watch along also, didn't we?
Yeah, it's good fun. Oh, imagine doing watch alongs, watching games of football. incredible. It'd be good to actually get back to a game as well. Let's look at last time out that we last faced Wolves at Molineux. Oh, Nick, it was in the league. We did a watch along for this as well, 17th of April 2021, and it cemented the Blades relegation. So I'm definitely not going to talk about this for very long. A 1-0 Wolves win. Willian Jose scoring on the hour mark. Wolves did the double over us that season. Although I have to say, I think in that game at Molineux, the Blades actually played all right. It was a really disappointing 1-0 defeat, and let's hope for better in the FA Cup.
Yeah, that was really quick. Well done for that.
Thanking you. I'm also going to sprinkle liberally throughout little factoids, which you'll see popping on the preview today.
Yeah, so let us know what you think of these lovely little facts. And I will tell you all about the Blades team. So, team news, first of all, I've got to give a big shout out to the Bladesman because he's tweeted out, he's gone through all the videos to have a look who has been training recently, the pictures, the videos that the media team have been putting out there. Obviously, it's saying that we've got between 10 and 12 players that could be out in this game. But quickly, I'm going to go through the players that have been missing from training, which is Egan, Ender Stevens, Morgan Gibbs-White. Well, yeah, he's missing, but we know that he's back with Wolves looking at an injury. Ben Davies, which we've not seen Ben Davies for a very, very long time, which is a little bit, a little bit worrying for me. Olsen, Michael Verrips, Moose, Baldock and Freeman. So all those players look like and have been presumed to be not fit for this game, whether it's injuries or whether it's COVID related. Now, that isn't 11 players or 12 players or whatever it is that's been reported. So I'm expecting more that are going to be out. But here are the players that have been seen in training. So we've got Bash, Berger, Bogle, Brewster, obviously all in alphabetical order, Burke, Didsey, Eastwood, Fleck, Karen Gordon, Gediora, Hurahan, McBurney and Dye, Norwood, Osborne, Reece Harrington-Davis, Jack Robinson, Sariki, Sharp, Slater and Wes. League One Wes. So I'm going to move on to predicted lineup for the Blades. So we're going to do it a slight bit different here. So I'm going to bring up each player as we go along. So first up, I've gone for Wes in the goal. I would have liked to have seen Olsen or Verrips or maybe not quite Eastwood, but somebody else in the goal because Wes has been playing out of his skin and it's nice to give him, I'll say a rest, but he's been resting for quite a while. So, Wes is in goal for me because Olsen is not fit and I'd rather see him in the net than Michael Verrips, to be honest. Then we've got Bogle at right wing back. I would have liked to have seen Baldock because we've not seen Baldock for such a long time. But Bogle is obviously going to have to play this game because it looks like Baldock is not fit or has got COVID. Next up, Bash. Bash has been in training this week, and we wouldn't want to see our team without Bash, would we? Next up, I've gone for Kyron Gordon. He's been brought back from his loan spell. I'm expecting it's because of this game. And let's see how he does. I'm very excited to see the young lad play. I would have also liked to have seen Casper Lapata as well, but it just seems like Gordon may have been an easier one to bring back, to be honest. Then up next, we've got Jack Robinson. I think he's going to play there. Ben Davies hasn't been seen for a while, as I've just said. So I think he played quite well against Fulham as well. So I expect him to play left centre-back. Then we've got Reece Harrington-Davis. Not seen him in a red and white shirt for some time. Be nice to see him kind of put on that shirt and put a really good performance in. I've then got Norwood in defensive midfield. Next to him, obviously Ben Osborne I've gone for here. Not played too many games as of late, so it'd be nice for him to come on, not for just the last minute, as we've seen in many games. He keeps getting brought on for that last minute, and I think he's getting a little bit annoyed with that. Then I've gone for Berger. I've gone for Sander Berger. He's not played for some time, like I said, on some of these, but it would be nice to see him being brought back slowly but surely. There's obviously 5 subs that can be used in this game, so maybe we see 45 minutes from someone and then 45 minutes for someone else, because the next one I'm going to say is Ryan Brewster. We've not seen him since his injury. Obviously scored a goal in the last game that he played for us. Maybe we only see him for the first 45. Maybe we'll see him for the second 45. But it'd be nice to see him get some game time as well. And then I've gone for the trusty David McGoldrick. Of course, Hal, David McGoldrick has got to play. The man is Mr. Sheffield United.
Yeah, take his top off. You might see a Superman badge under. That might be reserved for Chris Basham. I don't agree with that team at all.
Yeah, all right, mate. All right. He said that what he was going to do, he's going to say that just to annoy me on this video. So I've got your number, Hal.
Has it worked? We'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, it's easy.
People wind me up very, very easily.
Let's look at the opposition 11. Bruno Lage and co will be keen to get as far as possible in the competition. Wolves, a 62-year drought since the club last won the FA Cup. And realistically, this is the kind of competition Wolves will want to win. VAR is back. Of course, it's a Premier League ground. I personally, Nick, I think you either have VAR for every game in the FA Cup or none. I don't think it's fair to have it in just some games. There are no replays as well, so it would be extra time and then penalties if necessary. You've already mentioned the 5 subs rule. Could be 6 if it goes to extra time and there was concussion protocol. Romain Saiss is away with Morocco at the African Cup of Nations. Hwang Hee-chan has a hamstring problem, which is what some Wolfie Wolves fans said could be the reason that Morgan Gibbs-White would go back. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, but Hee-chan will be out until early February. Willy Bolly has hurt his calf. We've got Johnny Castro Otto's hurt his knee. Yerson Mosquera has done his hamstring. Pedro Neto has hurt his knee. So they've got a few long-term absentees, but the Molineux club have recalled a defender, just like the Blades. Dion Sanderson has come back from his loan spell at Birmingham City. We were actually linked with him early in the pre-season. He may be included in the squad, might even play, but I think a likely Wolfie Wolves lineup will be John Ruddy in goal, crucial to their promotion to the Premier League a few seasons ago. Max Kilman, really good left-footed, but right-sided centre-back. Connor Cody, we know all about him. Dendoncker, I think, could also play in there. It may be that they go with Sanderson, but I'm going with Dendoncker for this one. Kai Jana Hoover, I think, will play at right wing-back. He's found it tough to dislodge Nelson Semedo this season. He's a player they signed for £9 million from Liverpool. And the defender was actually only 296 days old when James Milner made his Leeds debut. Don't know why I looked that up. We've also got Bruno Jordão, central midfielder. Big chance for the 23-year-old to impress. Ruben Neves, the Portuguese player, integral to how Wolves operate. Been a really fantastic player for them since they were in the Championship. Ait Nouri, the left wing-back, been performing very, very well. Also, then I think we'll go right winger, left winger, striker. Right winger will be Tricao, possibly. Then I think Adama Traore might play left wing. There are some rumours that he could be leaving. And Fabio Silva, anyone who plays Football Manager knows what a talented player he is, but he needs to find the net more regularly to catch the eye of Bruno. So that is what I think we'll see from Wolves.
Excellent, Hal. Did you just watch Talking Wolves video and just copy their lineup?
Yeah, basically. Thanks, Nick. Yeah. 1-1.
Anyway, let's move on to score prediction, as this is a lovely little segue, because I said on the Talking Wolves channel for the preview that it was going to be 2-1 Wolves. I've since changed it because, Hal, I don't know about you, but the closer I get to a game, the more confident I get for some weird reason.
I know what you mean.
I'm just going to go 1-0 Blades win. Stuff it. Brewster, score.
It's going to be 2-1, I think, either way. And it really will depend on the Blades team that I see. If it's not quite as bad as has been suggested with like 11 players out, we don't know who those 11 are. And people have actually asked me on Twitter, who are these 11? Well, first of all, how would I know? And secondly, you know that a manager is not going to reveal that in the press conference. So it's a closely guarded secret, and we'll wait and see. And if the team is as strong as possible, I think our Blades are going to be chomping at the bit and could nick a 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is with a manager, they might mention a player. If they've not played in the last game, he's back on the grass or whatever they always say. But they're not going to say, oh, well, we've got McGoldrick out, we've got Basham out, we've got Bogle out, we've got Wes Fodder. He's not going to say that, is he?
No,
so,
no chance.
Silly people. Silly people. Anyway, so let's move on to Played for Both, shall we? Wait, have you just given your score prediction? You haven't, have you?
Yeah, 2-1 either way. But I'll tell you one thing. It's nice to know
Well, you
you're
can't
listening.
say 2-1 either way. That's a silly thing to say.
I've explained my reasoning. The referee is going to be key for this one, Nick, and the referee is Paul Tierney, who had his birthday on Christmas Day. He's from Lancashire. He's taken charge of 17 games this season in all competitions, issuing 64 yellows, 9 red cards, and he's given 4 penalties. And he did referee a game for us. Most recently, it was a 2-0 home defeat against Southampton. That was on the 6th of March, 2021. And one thing I will say on this video, and I've already put it out on Twitter, if we win this game, I will fear the wrath of my wife and potential divorce and go just moustache.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not joining you, but I respect that, and I respectfully, I'm not going to do it myself. So anyway, let's move on to play for both. Who do you want first?
Connor Cody, because I've already mentioned him.
There you go, Connor Cody.
I've got to say with Connor, I was amazed at the fact that he's won more England caps than a certain other player that I'm going to bring up very soon, because I wouldn't expect that at all. But he's now a centre-back. Previously, when he was on loan at Sheffield United 2013-14, he was a central midfielder. We got him on loan from Liverpool, and of course he is a Liverpool lad. He's also played for Huddersfield Town, but he's really made his name with over 250 appearances for Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's not a goal scorer, but actually scored the most league goals in his career for the Blades, 5 in 39 when playing in midfield. He's only got 3 for Wolves in 243 league appearances, but as I mentioned, he's played a lot more in all competitions, and 8 caps for his country.
Very, very good. And the thing is, with Connor Cody, he played a slightly further forward for us, didn't he? So he enjoyed getting on the score sheet a few times, and it was a lot lower league as well. We were in League One at the time.
True.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Ethan Ebanks Landell, a player that did really well at Bramall Lane for half to 3/4 of the season in League One. He was a big, strong defensive unit. I do think every time we played, we looked stronger with him in the air, but Wolves had him back and gave him a new contract just so that we bought him, I believe. This is what I think anyway. And then he had, I think it was 2 shockers in a row, and then barely played another game for the Blades. So serves you right, really, Wolves, doesn't it? Serves you right. 42 games for Wolves, 5 goals, 34 games for the Blades, 5 goals in one season. So he played not far off the same amount of games, scoring the same amount of goals for us in a quarter, 3/4 of a season than 9 years for Wolves. So, yeah, I think he's probably more fondly remembered by us than them.
I think that's probably true. Now, if I was to say to you that Keith Curle won less England caps than Connor Cody, he's the one I'm going for next, that would surprise you, I'm sure. It did surprise me. Keith Curle only won 3 England caps. Maybe, time has a way of remembering things slightly more fondly. Perhaps I'm thinking he was a better player than I remember. I remember him being very good in the 57 league games he played for the Blades. Got that 1 goal. It was 2000-2002 that he played for us. You met him as well.
I did meet him. How did you know that?
Didn't you hold his hand?
Oh, no. I've met him a few times, actually. I forgot that one. I did. I stood right next to him. I held his hand, and I was about an inch shorter than him when I was about...
Explain. It sounds a bit odd.
It does sound a bit odd. I can't remember what year. What year was it when we did the double over Wednesday?
Oh, was it 01?
I was thinking that, yeah. So 1987 add so many years to 2001. Now, I think I was about 13, 14, something like that. And I was nearly the same height as Keith Curle. So, yeah, he stood next to me, tried to hold my hand, and I wasn't having on a bit.
You were a mascot. That's the key bit that Nick's missed there.
I'm not telling. No, I weren't going to tell him. I'm going to let him guess.
But that is my final choice today, mate.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to go for Kevin McDonald. And you know what? It's a little bit sad because Kevin McDonald hasn't played a lot of football in the last few years, but he was absolutely fantastic for us. Fantastic for us. And really, I think it was David Weir. Yes, got his name left my brain for a second. David Weir that wanted to play the whole system around Kevin McDonald. He got sold just before he was able to, and that was all she wrote for David Weir, pretty much. But 77 games for the Blades, scored 5 goals. Quite good to say that he was kind of like a defensive midfielder, sort of kind of bringing the ball out and pushing us up the field and then giving it to somebody else. For Wolves, 120 games and 8 goals scored for them. Obviously, they're the ones who bought him when we needed him. Wolves bought him. He obviously went there for more money and prospects of getting promoted. And he did get promoted with them. So 120 games, 8 goals. Very, very good player, Kevin McDonald.
And what a way to close. Nick mentioned it, the power of speech. It works straight away. Liam the firefighter, if you are a firefighter, Liam, then hats off to you. Fire hats off to you. That's a tremendous job, and you're doing God's work. So thank you, and thank you for joining. So Nick, remind, please, if people want to join.
Yeah, all you have to do if you want to join is on your desktop, on your laptop, on your PC, on your Android phone. All you need to do is that button right next to the subscribe button, which you've already pressed. It should be blue, big blue. Click that, join. It's £4.99, and it goes a hell of a long way to helping the channel out. There we go.
Sir.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Hal. It's been very, very exciting to do a video finally.
Good to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, and we will see everybody tomorrow, hopefully, for a match reaction. Thanks for watching. See you next time.